Hi, sorry, technical glitch. As I've said on the other ones, I can teach, but I'm not so good on technology. Can we put some more thumbs up and things just so that I know I'm back? Let me know. Oh, I've got 2 people back. I'm so sorry. I touched the phone and something died, so it's all my mistake. I'm back up to 4. Claire's back. Great. Who else have we got? Have I got the other people that were there just now? Have a quick look. And we got up to 6 now. And I've got some people coming back. I've got a few love hearts and things flying around. I'm so sorry. Not a technical wizard. I can draw and be an art genie, but not technical wizard at all. But anyway, here we go. Up to 10 now. Tell me who else is there, please. So I see I haven't lost anyone. And can you all share it, like it, let other people see it, please? While I'm going live, that would be fantastic. We're up to 12 now. Can I see who else we've got there? And then we'll start in just a moment. Pamela's back. I am so sorry to all of you that I just dropped you off and then picked you up again. My apologies. Okay, who else is there? Let me see some more names, please. That would be great. I can see there's more of you watching. We're up to 11 at the minute. Who else is there? Please like and share it across to your friends. There's 4 other lessons up there for free at the moment. There's one on faces and how to do up and down and back and front faces, and then you can apply that to human faces and things. We did one on clowns and to do figures, very basic figures, which is more like the one you can see behind me. Hello, Kevin. And also we've done hanging things that are floating around, standing up things. So you can go back and you can look at all those other ones. They're still up online, so you can still do them. So don't feel you missed out. If there's anyone new out there, I also do private lessons. This is a 13-year-old boy in London did this with me this week. That's what he did at the beginning of the lesson. And after an hour and a half tuition with me online, he did that all on his own up in London. That's a photocopy of it. So this works with anyone. A number of you there. I see Gillian. You've done lessons with me in the past, and I know you'd vouch for what I can do. Yesterday we did hanging things, and we did birds, butterflies, and such like. Someone sent me a beautiful picture of a trapeze artist that they'd done. It was a little video, but for some reason, my technical wizardry, I've lost it. So if you're watching, could you send it again, please? Because I'd love to put it up this evening. Okay, hello, Gillian, and we will start. So just again, anyone new, this is what my full-on lessons are about. I'm not covering this stuff in these lessons. This is just some fun things to do. 3-hour progress, 10-year-old girl, not copying, completely different to the way it's taught at school. 3 hours on perspective. Even architects have said they loved it and couldn't believe what they learnt. 3 hours on paint and brush that go to all mediums. And after just 5 lessons, not copying, 90-year-old stroke victim did that. After 4 lessons, a 50-year-old German lady did that. And after 3 lessons, a 40-year-old gentleman did that. So the learning curve is enormous. I also do big team builds and big group lessons. And guess what? On Friday, my son and I are doing a virtual birthday party. Him juggling from Australia and me doing art from England. So that will be fun. Anyway, we will go on to today. Now today I thought we'd do something a bit fun and completely different. It's going to be 3D again. And just in case you're interested, I've had a brilliant idea with toilet rolls, but you're going to need quite a few of them. You're going to need at least 12 odd, which I should imagine in a few days you might be able to retrieve or hold on to. So hang on to your toilet rolls, please. Sarah Reynolds is watching. Fantastic. These are some of the things from the previous lessons. As I said, all these lessons are floating around on my Facebook on Art Jeanni. So if you backtrack on my Art Jeanni account, you'll still find them there, and you're still welcome to share them. Please like me on Facebook on Art Jeanni and also on Art at the Beach if you have a moment. Now today, as it's a bit miserable out there, I thought, because it is certainly here, it's a bit grey, I thought it would be fun if we went to the beach, at least in our minds. And I thought, because in my imagination it's a really hot sunny day, I thought that today we could make our own beach huts. So we are going to create our own beach huts and we're going to decorate them. But what's more, we're going to make it so their doors are open and we can either see what's inside the beach hut or we could see the view that we might have seen if we were sitting at the beach hut. So I'm going to take you through how we're going to make that. I've also put all these things here down at the bottom because there's some fantastic ideas of how you could decorate your beach huts here. So, like all good teachers, I'm finding all the props around my house. So you are now getting to know what peculiar things I keep all over my house. There's some beautiful beach huts here, and you can see all the lovely different colours. And then there's some more beach hut tissue boxes I've got here. I think if you hadn't already realised, I quite like beach huts. So we've got those, and also here I've got some photographs of some of these beach huts that people have done in the past. And you can see some of the ideas there. There's some more here. And so you can get really wild with your colouring. You can use stripes. This one's got like a life buoy thing around the top to save somebody's life. This one's got a whole row of them somebody did. And they did them really small and they put them on a picture. So don't limit yourself to thinking it just has to be flat. So you could do them really big like this one. This one's whole A4 size, but then you'd need to have another piece of cardboard or paper you put behind it. Or we can today just do one this size for you to practice with. Any art you do with me, please send me the pictures because then I'll put them up on a gallery each day showing you what you've done. So we'll do ours like this. And then this might be, don't let your mums see, or dads or grannies or whatever, but this might be quite a nice little Easter card you could make. And then you could maybe write Happy Easter through here, and you could draw a picture in the background, or you could draw inside of the beach hut, or maybe a favourite bunch of flowers that mum likes or something like that. Or dad or granny or auntie, whoever it might be. So the first thing we need to do is get an A4 sheet of paper. If you happen to have that slightly thicker card, I have it for my printer, that would be great, or slightly thicker paper. But if you haven't, just normal A4 paper's fine. Fold it in half. Can I have some thumbs ups and things just so I know people are there? And it's okay. And I've got 21 of you there at the moment, I think. Can somebody put their name up at the bottom? Because I think I just lost you all again for a moment. Could somebody put something up at the bottom of the screen for me? A name, maybe? Okay, so we've got this, and we're going to fold it in half that way. Now, this is called landscape, and this is called portrait. So we're going to hold it landscape way and fold it in half. Could you all do that, please, with your A4 piece of paper? Now you could, I have some beautiful sparkly papers and I have coloured papers and all sorts. I'm not using them here because I don't want you to feel you have to, but if you have anything like that at home, then please use it. Are there any new names out there? Can I just see a new name come up at the bottom so I'm sure I'm there? Okay, so we've got this. And we're going to do it in the way that you would open a card. Now, I might look backwards to you, but you want to hold it the way that you would normally open a greetings card. I think for you, it's looking like I'm doing it backwards, so you'll be wanting to do it that way. So make it like you would normally do a greetings card. You could possibly, if you wanted, do it this way as well on a later one, and maybe even have 3 little beach huts across it, but we'll keep that for later. Right, so you've got your card. Have the fold of your card on your left because that's traditional. I'm probably looking back to front to you, so please don't worry about that. Now, you're going to do this in pencil first. I'm using black felt pen only so you can see what I'm doing. And what I want you to do is work out roughly where the top middle of your card is and put a little mark there. I'd rather you didn't fold it really, because you don't want a fold line there, but you want to put a little mark right in the top middle of your card. And then I would suggest that you come to just above halfway, coming down now, so just above halfway, and we're going to put a little mark the same distance, so you can measure it with your finger, maybe it's the length of your finger, something like that, or a piece of something that's near you. I've got my phone stand, that's a bit too long, but maybe that way would work quite well. So just find something you can use as a little measure around you. Your finger's fine. And then we're going to put a little mark over here and a little mark directly opposite over there. So we've now got 3 little dots. You're using pencil, I'm using pen so you can see it. Can we have a few more hearts and thumbs go up? That way I know that you're watching. We're now going to join these up. And we're going to go from that top middle one all the way in a straight line down to that mark, and then from that top middle one all the way down there. Now you don't need to use a ruler, I would just do it freehand. So we've got that. Okay, good. Now this time I think it's going to be about a finger's width. We're going to come back in straight. So we're coming in like that for about a finger's width, and we're coming in about that for a finger's width like that. And that's what yours should be looking like. Okay. Next, we're going to go straight down, but keeping the same width as that. So you might like to, that's like the end bit of my finger without my nail. So I could make a little mark again. And then I'm going to join that one straight down to the bottom, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. So we've now got that, and that's the beginning of our beach hut. All right. Send me some thumbs up and some smiles and things when you've done it, and then I'll know to move on to the next thing, because that lets me get timing. I'm used to having people in front of me and I can see what they're doing. Oh, someone's done it already. Oh, and another and another. We're up to 23 people. Oh, lots of people looks like. Send me a thumbs up when you're ready, and then I'll move on again. So we want something like that. Fantastic. Now at the moment I would work in pencil if I was you, and then you can go over these in black marker or black crayon or something afterwards. Okay, so the next bit we're going to do is we're going to go all the way, we're going to measure that little bit there, measure about the same down from there and put a little dot again, and then join across and down to get the roof of our hut like that. So would you like to all do that? Give your hut a little roof. And then I think for the first one we're just going to do the door right the way down. And oh, we've got Emma online now. That's nice to see you. Well done. Now here, we're now going to put the door in. So the middle of my door will start right where these two go across. So I'm going to put a little dot in the middle there and a little dot at the bottom there. And then I'm going to join that up. And this is going to be the middle of our door like that. So just put that one line in for now. And when you've done it again, then put your thumbs ups and things so I know to keep moving. Hello, Samantha. Hello, that's nice to see you there. Sam and, oh, her son. That's great. I think it is. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the sides of the doors. Now, if you look, the sides of the doors are inside the hut. So I'm going to do, this time I'm going to use my finger to measure again, and I'm going to use up to my fingernail, and then I'm going to do the same there, and then I'm going to do the same this side, and then I'm going to draw a line up this side and a line up that side, and then I'm going to join them together there, and in a minute that's going to be our door. So would you all like to do that? If your lines are a little bit wobbly, don't worry, but try and keep them as straight as you can. But I would definitely do it freehand. Don't worry about rulers and things. This is all a bit of fun. As I've said some of the other days, when I was a child, all I wanted to be was a Blue Peter lady. So maybe this is my opportunity. Here you go, my attempt at being a Blue Peter lady. Now, as I said earlier, I also do full-on proper art lessons through the internet. And if anyone's interested in those, then I can do that one-on-one or in groups. This is what a young lady did via the internet yesterday. She was in London. She was 12 and we worked through and she understood all the reasons why the shadows were there and everything else. So if anyone's interested in anything like that, I'll be doing that one-on-one or in family groups. Oh, hello Colette, nice to see you. So the next thing we want to do is put the hinges on the door. So I'm going to draw a little hinge thing like that, and that's going to pretend to be our hinges. You might have a hinge that's on both sides of the door like that, or you could have a great big elaborate hinge if you wanted, but they're going to be my hinges. And that's pretty much it for the first time, and then you can make these much more elaborate other times. I would put those marks in now in something dark and strong. So do you want to start sending me some thumbs up when you've done it? Just go over your pencil lines now with something very dark and strong, either a strong colour in a pencil crayon or a felt pen. Okay, some people have done that already. Oh, quite a few of you by the looks of it. Okay. And please like and share. I'll be here again tomorrow at 2:30. You can share the lessons once they're done as well to your friends. As I said, my son and I are actually doing a joint juggling and art party for somebody at home. So if you're waiting to do a party for somebody or would have meant to do a party and it's had to be cancelled, then maybe we can help you. I'm not quite sure how you do virtual birthday cakes, but I'm sure somebody can come up with that. Okay, that's brilliant. And I wouldn't necessarily colour all of this in yet, because if need be, you could do that after I've gone. But when you do get to that part, remember what I just showed you with all these amazing colours and ideas. So you could do these lovely flags on your hut if you wanted to, as long as they don't cross the door. You could put little windows. You could put boots or wellies or surfboards by the door, or a little fence, but that's going to be a bit difficult when we open the door. You could draw a deck chair somewhere if you wanted to. Because this one's got a seagull and the hut's even got a name on it. So there are all sorts of options. And this is quite fun. Look, on this it's actually got the backs of the huts as well, which is quite nice. Here are the ones that some children did with me a few years ago in Australia. And you can see those. And we've got other ideas, as I said, down here. This one's quite a nice simple one. You might like to do it more like that, with just a ball by it and a bucket or something. Completely up to you. Also, if you wanted to be really clever, you might even draw a little person there after we did people the other day, but we'll worry about those things afterwards. So now you've done your card, the most important bit before we do anything else is to cut the doors open. So that's our card, and you're going to cut straight up the middle line to the top like that, very, very carefully. And when you get to the top, stop. If you're a young one, make sure you've got a mum or dad helping you. And then I'm going to turn it round and tuck my scissors up this way. You see them poking through, and cut along the top of the door. And then I'm going to turn it around again and cut the other top of the door. Now, along that line that we've got here, I'm going to fold the door out. And that means that you've got magic doors. You could have put a door lock on it if you like, or a door handle. The possibilities are endless. You can do it stripy, you can do it plain. So now, here's my beach hut, and there are its doors that open. Now really, from this moment, what we do after that is really up to you. So here's a few ideas. on one of mine, I did a nice big sunshine up here. You might want to do something like that. And you might want to say do a seagull up here or something as well. You might want to put maybe a bucket and spade or something that are standing here by the side of the hut. You might want to do a life belt thing here that somebody could have in red and white in case they got into difficulties at sea and needed help. You might want to put, I don't know what else we might have. All sorts of things you could put on it. Has anyone got any ideas? Oh, Jessica and Colette. And I've got some other ones. Any other ideas of anything sensible I can put on here, please? Do send them. We can have stripy doors if you like. That's always a bit of fun. So you could draw your lines across and then colour in the stripy doors. Or you could colour them in the other way, having vertical stripes. So we've got that. And it starts to look quite fun. You can also go this way then. And like we did the other day, I've got a light box here that I'm going to show you on. But you could do this using a window. If I hold that against the window like that, I can then see through the card to the other side. Oh, a beach ball, that's a brilliant idea. We could have a beach ball, someone's just said. And I could draw the stripes then to match, because I can see through to the front by holding it against a window. And that way I could draw all this, if I wanted to, on the inside of the card as well. So when you open it, possibly on the inside you could have a teapot and a kettle. In case you didn't know, anyone who knows me well knows I'm a teaaholic. So I always have to consider where the next cup of tea is coming from in my life. So you could make this into, you could have the furniture that was inside the hut. You could draw the rest of the walls, again, like as if you could see through. And I think you can a little bit even like this. And then you could draw what was on the inside of the hut. That's gone a bit wobbly because I'm drawing in the air. On the inside, and then on this part of the card you can draw the view or the back side of the beach hut. So I might draw here the sea, that's the horizon. It's a bit wobbly because I'm drawing back to front and upside down. And here I might draw the horizon again, and I might draw a bit of the sea here, and that could be some waves down here and some waves over there. And then maybe this is beach. And then through the doors, I could either draw the outside view with the horizon again, meeting up there, where I've put the horizon on the outside, and I could draw you a sea view here, like this. So that might be my sea, and I could draw a boat on it. Now I'm drawing upside down and back to front, so that's a very peculiar looking boat, but never mind. And we could have waves and sunshine again, and we could have seagulls, and we could have all sorts of things. So there you go. So you've got a card that's got doors that you could close. You could even use maybe a paper clip to keep them closed when you gave it to somebody. They could then open the doors and see the decoration on the inside of the doors and through. And when they open it up, they'll see the inside of the cabin, and they'll also see the view, either of the inside or outside. Now, I've got this as a template, so if anyone wants a template, you can find me at www.artatthebeach.co.uk. So www.artatthebeach.co.uk, and the at in that is the word at, not the sign at. Poppy's saying we could put a rose bush there. If Mummy likes roses, or Granny or Daddy or somebody, then do that. If you wanted, this doesn't have to be a beach hut. This could be a garden shed, and you could draw tools inside it and gardening things, and maybe you could have a beautiful rose bush here and ivy growing over the top. It could be any sort of kind of shed-like object. I just thought beach huts were fun for today. But if you fancy making it into a garden shed, if someone you know loves gardening, that would work. And the idea of opening the doors, I suppose if you wanted to get very clever, you could turn it into a whole house and have windows that opened as well. This one, you'll notice, has a doorstep. If you want to try and make yours like that another time, then when you do the cutting, I showed you this the other day, but you have to learn a slightly different technique for cutting. So if I do this really quickly, here's our beach hut again, or our shed. Here's the roof, here's the sides, but this time I'm going to give it a doorstep, like that. And then I'm going to draw the doors into it, like that. So the way that we'd cut this one out would be not to cut all the way up from the bottom like that. Oh, one of my friends out there, she's going to do herself in the garden shed, in the potting shed. That sounds great. And on the inside of the doors, you can do all the things that would be in there. This time I've folded it and I'm cutting along the doorstep like that. And then that means I can now get my scissors in there and cut up the door again, across the top of the roof, and across the top of the roof like that, or the top of the doors rather. And then if I fold these doors out, you'll see there's still cardboard connected at the bottom, which makes it a little bit more secure, because the cut doesn't go all the way down. But for littlies, that's going to be too difficult, so really don't worry, it's whichever one you like. So we could accidentally, I've almost given this hut here perspective, so I suppose you could actually really go away with that and start drawing as if you were seeing the side of the building like that, and it looks like almost we're looking back at a shed that way. It could be like a lodge in the forest or something as well. So anyway, for today, please send me any images that you do. Oh, beach ball. I've got Jacob suggesting we need a beach ball. I've lost my first card now, like all good teachers. Oh, here it is. Right. So there's this again. If anyone wants a template, email me. Go through the website Arts at the Beach, and you could have a beach ball in bright colours. And I think the brighter and bolder everything on your picture is, the better. I suppose you could turn this into like one of those old like circus wagons, or you know, kind of gypsy wagons or something, because they'd be very beautiful as well with all the ornate pictures on it. Really, it's limitless. It's basically a small dwelling of some description with doors. Draw the inside, draw the view, draw the outside, have lots of fun colouring it. And please send me through your pictures. How many of you have I got there? Has anyone got, have we got rosebush, somebody else gardening? Any other ideas I can add to my thoughts? And if you wanted to, if you made it into like a clown's hut, you could always then draw one of your clowns standing at the door. A random selection of flowers, that would be good. Somebody's just put up. Just one final thought. Another option, of course, would be to fold your paper landscape again. So we've gone from that across. But when you've had a go with what we've done so far, you could then have the fold this time at the top, a seashell door number. That sounds good. Bucket and spade I've got coming up there. Thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, Graham. I don't think it's Graham, I think it's his daughter, but there we go. And this time, look, we could do it with a whole row of little beach huts this way, and then the doors could all open and you could have a row of tiny beach huts, and they could all have different colours, but they could all open their doors just like the one that we're doing now. So can you imagine if we did that, but do it obviously more neatly than the teacher's done it here. And if I cut these doors open quickly, You could draw a background of a beach or something behind it. I think it might make a really nice greetings card. Someone asked me the other day about doing daffodils for people for Easter. We can give that a go in the next day or two. If anyone else has anything particularly... Oh, someone's got a heart above the door and a letterbox on the side. A letterbox would be cool. I like the idea of that. And look, if we did little ones like this with opening doors, you could have a whole row of them. Now, that's not the best description, and obviously it isn't one I made earlier, but oh, somebody here said there could be a farmer's roof. Could be a farm on the roof. A green roof. Well, that sounds like a plan as well. On this one, we could draw a whole view behind it as well and have like the beach. Bunting above the doors. Yes, someone's just put that up. I love that idea. So here's that one with the bunting. So here's some more ideas for you. So you could make numbers of them singly, or you could make a number of them in a row. This one's got a seagull here as well. Can you see a rather nice fat little plump seagull? I think he's been eating pasties. I'm just going to show you these again quickly to give you some more ideas of colours. I quite like the idea of a deck chair, but I must admit I cannot even put them up, let alone draw them, I don't think. There's a seagull in flight there. And these ones are the most ornate ones with the most detail on, but look, that gives you some ideas. So have a bit of a look. And you could really go to town on these. But the whole fun of them is the fact the doors open. Like here, we could make it these doors opening, maybe not this one. Okay. And I don't think this one has anything inside. Some of my tins, because I love old-fashioned tins, have them on the inside, but those don't. But we've got these on the back as well. So that gives you some more ideas of things like the umbrella. That's quite a good idea. Balloons would be nice. That's another good idea. Has anybody else got any other ideas? And this was the other thing I found that's a bit like it that might give you some thoughts. So there's things there. Maybe it's like an ice cream hut, and maybe you could have a service window. Instead of having the whole door, you could just have the service window and be serving ice creams or something. That could be quite fun. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Please like and share this and put it out there for people to see. Oh, a rainbow window, someone said. That sounds like a really lovely idea. Also, please like me on Facebook, Art Jeanni, that's Jeanni, and also on Facebook, Art at the Beach. And please tell your friends about it. If you'd like a template, I will happily email it to you. I'm very sorry, but yesterday, for some reason, I lost some of the messages on Facebook. And if whoever it was that did the beautiful hanging trapeze artist could send it to me again, I'd really appreciate it. And if you don't see it go up on the gallery, then please send it again, because it means somehow I've missed it, and I do apologise. So there's the bigger one. And I think for today, that's it. Keep in touch. And remember, www.artatthebeach.co.uk if you want to contact me direct. And if you've got any ideas of other lessons that I should do, then just give me a shout and I'll do my best. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for being here. Take care. Can you send me some hearts and waves so I know you're all there? It would be lovely. And I shall see you soon. Okay, and oh, I've got some things popping up now. That's nice. Thank you. Well done, all of you. Do look back at the other lessons if you've missed them, and please like and share it as much as you can. Oh, fantastic. Well, the same to you. I'm sending you lots of hearts and thumbs ups and all the rest of it. Please take care, and lots of love to you all. And I'll see you tomorrow at 2:30. Tell your friends. I'll be here each day at 2:30 for the time being. Oh, I know. I can't say your name. Galina, how lovely to see you. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, she's got bunting from the attic is her idea. I've got a couple of thank yous coming up as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And that's lovely. Oh, hello, Hilary again. Nice to see you again. Please send me your pictures. If you've got pictures from the other days, I'd love them as well, please. That would be fantastic. Take care. See you tomorrow, same place, same time. I'll put a list up in the morning again, so if you go to Art Jeanni, you can always see what the list is for the day. I'm trying to make it simple, and as weird as it sounds, please collect your toilet rolls. We will need them in a few days' time. Bye!